Good afternoon. My name is Kason Snyder. I am the founder of the BloodHound Arrow Company, and I am a senior at TechSmart, along with attending SUNY Polytechnic Institute next year for mechanical engineering.
Hello, my name is Brandon Schmidt. I'm a senior at TechSmart and will be attending SUNY Kent in the fall for environmental engineering.
So here I am as a little kid. I basically have been involved in nature my whole life. I grew up hunting with my dad, watching my dad hunt. I've always been sitting in my grandpa's pistol safety courses and hunter ed courses that he's taught. So I've really been involved around nature my whole life.
I started getting curious about the outdoors through Boy Scouts. I just currently had my Eagle Scout ceremony, and the outdoors has been an important part of my life. So imagine this. You're ready for a big hunt with your father. You get all set up in your tree stand, all stoked to get your first deer, and this happens.
So you're walking through the woods and you get up into that tree stand, and it comes time and the sun rises and you're watching nature wake up, which is in my mind one of the most beautiful things in the world. And you see 3 huge deer come towards you. There's 2 of them are bucks and one's a doe, and you draw your bow back. They're coming into your yardage range. You got your bow pulled back. My dad's got his bow pulled back, and I didn't have the shot. He's got the angle, so I'm like, Dad, go for it. You know, I'm only a 14-year-old. I was a little nervous myself. My heart was racing. I'm like, Dad, go for it. And so my dad takes a shot, hits him right behind the shoulder, hits him right in the perfect spot. The deer starts running, hundreds of yards away. And I knew we really had him because the arrow stuck right in him. So we get down from the tree stand. I'm ecstatic. I'm hugging my dad. I'm so excited for him. It's the first time I had ever seen a deer be harvested. So as we get down from the tree stand, we start tracking. We're looking for blood. We're looking for any kind of sign that the deer is near. So after the long day of tracking, we can't find the blood trail. We have to call my dad's best friend, who's got a BloodHound dog tracking business. And his dog is on the hound. He's just looking for this deer, and he can't smell anything. He can't pick up on the deer. So at the end of the day, we had realized that the deer is lost. There's such frustration in, waking up at 4:30 a.m. and doing all this work, getting so prepared for this big hunt with your dad, and you're just disappointed at the end to not be able to find the deer that you just shot. It's a really frustrating experience, and I really wanted to make this experience more efficient and easier and happier for any kid or any adult, no matter what age, to be able to find their deer no matter what. The archery bow hunting industry is worth over $535 million, and the bow accessories industry is worth $88 million. And this is the market that we would be in because we are a bow accessory, being a hunting arrow.
These statistics show that our target market is huge.
So product development. The BloodHound arrow started off as just an idea in my head. What if we had an arrow that had a GPS tracking in it? And, so I searched it up on Google and I see a couple competitors, but nothing was right. Nothing was really a good product for this. I didn't really see any future with any of these products. So I wanted to develop an idea for myself. As this project comes along, I start to realize that we need to make hunting efficient for all people, and not only bow hunters. So we have this app that we have made an idea for, and it would be able to tag and report each game harvest straight to the DEC through basically 3 simple steps. So our prototype. This is a prototype that I did on CAD. It basically shows that we have an idea for the product, and the product is being developed as soon as possible.
Here's a prototype. We'll pass it around.
So how it works, we have a link to our website. If you want to search our website, it is bloodhoundarrows.weebly.com. How it works, so the BloodHound arrow uses a nano GPS chip, which is located inside the shaft of the arrow. It is also powered by a battery, which is right in the circuit board, and there is also a charging system, which Brandon will talk about later. But once you buy each arrow, and you can buy arrows in bulk, say you buy 4 or 6, what it comes with is an RFID tag for each arrow plus the quiver that you have. Now, a quiver is what holds the arrows on the side of your bow. So as you draw it back, it is not in your way at all. The quiver is on the side of the bow. So there's an RFID tag on the quiver and on each arrow. As you take each arrow out of the quiver and knock your bowstring and pull it back, the arrow turns on once the RFID tags cross paths. Works basically like in any shopping mall you see, those big security systems. Those are RFID tags, so you can't walk out of the store with clothes or anything like that. So once the RFID tags cross paths, the arrow turns on and it starts calibrating. We did this so that the arrow wouldn't be wasting battery when it's just sitting in the quiver. It's really only being used when the arrow is knocked and ready to be shot. When you want to shut the arrow off, you just have to simply put it back in the quiver. The RFID tags pass, and they are coded correctly so that they know when they pass back into the quiver, the arrow turns off. Also, this arrow, all the components that are inside it are at such a tiny nanoscale that there are no significant amount of grains in weight added. You know, other competitors, they have 100 grains of weight added, and that would severely change the trajectory of the arrow.
The way our product is charged is it comes with a USB charging system, and it splits into 4 different sections. You would plug the charging system into the end of the arrow of each arrow, removing the knock with a 3mm port at the end of it. You must charge the arrow before every hunt, so to maximize the battery life.
So we're going to move on to our app really quick just to show you how basically we think it would work. So here you have your regular home screen on any smartphone device. Your BloodHound arrow app icon up in the top. Takes a few seconds for a GPS to calibrate. We do use cell service, and it just works just like the regular maps on your iPhone or Android. So we decided that we should add a few more features to the app, not just tracking and reporting. So here we have a compass. We also have our current location, just in case you get lost. You have your compass and your current location right there, just in case you need to get back to your house or wherever you're hunting from. So next, after you shoot your deer, after it is harvested, now maybe this isn't a deer, maybe this is a bear. Whatever your game is, you are going to hit track now. And as you can see here, you have your bow. Right here is where you shot the deer or the bear or whatever you're harvesting. It shows you the exact route of the deer, straight through the field, and as you get closer to the deer, it enlarges and shows you the exact location of the deer. Unlike many of our competitors use a hot and cold system where you basically just walk through the woods holding up your phone, and you have a high number. The higher the number is, the closer you are to the deer. We figured this isn't very efficient because you're going to be walking around the woods like this, and you're going to need to know the exact location. So we implemented this system in our product to make it innovative, and you would be able to find your deer exactly and quickly. Lastly, we have your game harvest reporting system. So if we click here on the game harvest report, you see just what you see on the Department of Environmental Conservation's website. You have your customer ID, which you should plug in, your carcass tag number, and your date of birth. This can all be found right on your hunting license when you buy it. So after you submit that, depending on what license that you have different tags. So here, let's pretend that I was shooting a regular season deer. I would click report, and the report would be instantly received by the DEC. This helps them with statistics on how many deer are shot that year and how many deer are still out there, and it helps them also with laws and regulations. So we have the cost. Just to show you about the cost, we're portraying that it would be around $40 per arrow. We would think that it would be put in a pack of 4, so around $160 to $180 for the system. The app would come free with any purchase of the BloodHound arrow. We arrived at the $40 cost because each arrow would be a carbon fiber arrow, which is a regular arrow that you see. So each arrow is around $8 to $8.50 a piece. Now, many of them can be bought in packs, but we're just figuring one arrow, $8. Now, adding in the circuit board and the GPS chip and the charging system, that's going to cost around $30. So it costs us about $40 to make, so we would be probably selling it for around $45 to $50. Obviously, you could buy it in bulk. You could buy 4 arrows at a time for around $160 to $180. This compares to our competitors. Our competitors right now are selling 4 arrow systems for $699.99. This is an absolutely absurd price for something that can be refined and made nano, and just a much better product for much cheaper cost. So if you guys have any questions, we would love to hear it. Or if you want to check out our website at bloodhoundarrows.weebly.com, please feel free. Thank you.